Fake HOA fined me for a mental health event. The Backlash took them down hard. Have you ever been punished for trying to do something good? In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, I thought I was helping my community by organizing a mental health awareness event in our local park. It was meant to be a beacon of hope booths with therapists offering free advice, colorful banners promoting self-care, and a safe space for neighbors to share their struggles. But then Karen, the self-appointed queen of our homeowners association, slapped me with a $500 fine for unauthorized public assembly. Her smug letter claimed my event was a disruption to the neighborhood's aesthetic. I was stunned. This wasn't just a fine, it was a personal attack on something I believed in. Worse, it wasn't even legal. Karen had no authority to enforce such a rule, but she didn't care. She wanted control, and she wanted me humiliated. The truth unraveled faster than Karen's composure at a board meeting. I wasn't the only one she targeted. Karen, with her perfectly manicured lawn and an ego to match, had been terrorizing Willow Creek for years. She'd fined elderly Mr. Thompson for planting wildflowers, claiming they were unkempt. She'd harassed the Nguyen family for hosting a cultural barbecue, calling it a noise violation. Her HOA letters, always signed with a flourish, were a power trip disguised as policy. But my event? That was her biggest mistake. Mental health wasn't just a cause for mine, it was personal. After losing my brother to depression 2 years ago, I'd poured my heart into this event to honor his memory. Karen's fine wasn't just a slap in the face. It was a desecration of something sacred. I decided to fight back, but not with her tactics. I started digging. The HOA's bylaws were public, buried in a dusty PDF on the community website. To my shock, they didn't grant Karen the power to issue fines for park events, especially not for something as vague as aesthetics. She'd fabricated the rule entirely. Armed with this, I posted on the neighborhood's private social media group, expecting a few sympathetic comments. Instead, the response was explosive. Neighbors flooded the thread with their own stories of Karen's tyranny. There was even a twist I hadn't seen coming. Sarah, a quiet librarian who'd just moved in, revealed she was a paralegal. She'd been silently collecting evidence of Karen's overreach for months, including forged documents and emails where Karen bragged about keeping the riffraff in line. Sarah's evidence was a gold mine, and she was ready to help. The confrontation came at the next HOA meeting, held in the community center's stuffy conference room. The air was thick with tension as I stood up, clutching a folder of evidence. Karen sat at the head of the table, her lips pursed, clearly expecting another easy win. I laid out the facts: her fake rule, the illegal fine, and the stories from neighbors she'd bullied. The room erupted as others joined in. Mr. Thompson, trembling but defiant, recounted how Karen's fines had forced him to pull up his wildflowers, his late wife's favorite. Then Gwen spoke of their kids' fear after Karen's threats over their barbecue. Then Sarah dropped her bombshell, sent Karen's forged documents to a local lawyer, who confirmed they could be grounds for legal action. Karen's face drained of color. She stammered, claiming it was all a misunderstanding, but the room wasn't buying it. The crowd's anger was palpable, a wave of resentment crashing over her. Karen's downfall was as swift as it was brutal. The HOA board, cornered by the evidence and the crowd's fury, voted to remove her as president that night. But didn't stop there. The community wasn't satisfied with just ousting her. Someone nobody knows leaked Sarah's evidence to a local news blog. The story went viral. HOA tyrant finds mental health event, faces backlash. Social media exploded with memes of Karen's smug headshot, captioned with her own quotes about aesthetics. Her reputation was shredded. Neighbors shunned her. Her pristine lawn was suddenly littered with protest signs, ironic, given her obsession with appearances. The final blow came when a lawyer Sarah consulted filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of the neighborhood. Karen, once untouchable, was now drowning in legal fees and public shame. But the real victory wasn't just Karen's collapse, it was what came after. The mental health event was rescheduled, bigger and bolder than before. Volunteers poured in, inspired by the story of our fight. The park was alive with laughter, tears, and honest conversations about struggles we'd all kept hidden. A local therapist offered free sessions for a month. Mr. Thompson replanted his wildflowers, a quiet tribute to his wife. Then Gwynn's hosted another barbecue, and this time, the whole neighborhood showed up. I stood in the park, watching strangers connect over shared pain, and felt my brother's presence in the warmth of it all. We turned Karen's cruelty into something beautiful. This wasn't just about one woman's downfall, it was about a community reclaiming its voice. Karen thought she could control us, but she underestimated the power of people standing together. Her lies crumbled because we chose truth over silence. So what do you think? Was Karen's punishment fair? Or did the backlash go too far? Share your thoughts, because in the end, it's our stories and our choices that shape what justice looks like.